Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 24 carries, 102 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
On 2nd and 7, Jones caught here by Griffin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing, Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. They'll be in search of 80 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a play, and the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
To throw on 2nd down. Simpson buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 5 catches, 51 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Off the play fake. Simpson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Ooh, with a juke. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And taken down just shy of the 40. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And New York set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Simpson dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Simpson. And that is incomplete. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. it's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On second down, this is Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jones on third down. That's caught by Ware. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help them.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had to quote it back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Jones now to throw on third down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st and 10, Simpson He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. The Jets at 4-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That swung out wide to Harris.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, with this complete to Henry over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 3.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half.
They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down,
Simpson. This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Malik Willis, 4 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Deshaun Watson on fire, 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They run the counter. Lamb, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Simpson. And he completes it to Wilson.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lamb, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. And this one is incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now a give right side. Lamb. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Lamb. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Second down, here's Davis Price. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw on 2nd down. Simpson. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, Jones. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On 1st and 10, Simpson. He's got a man, complete. touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On 2nd down, it's Ware. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run on first down. Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Simpson being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. This offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Jones, flush to his right. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20, 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he comes back with one complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there into the hands of Ross. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And New York set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lamb. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Reeling it in on the out route. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Throwing, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Griffin's got it. Middle of the field. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jones. Goes right back to him. It's Griffin again. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Russell Gage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So it's a victory here for the New York